I know the plan was to show you the game against Sociedad in the first leg against St Etienne today, but in the few La Liga games we've played since the last episode, we have crumbled. We're now 9 points behind Real Madrid. So there's not really much point because we're not going to win the league title. So instead, today, it's a semi-final Conference League special. Both legs against St Etienne today with an update in the Bilbao game in between. I hope you enjoy that. I apologise you're not getting to see the La Liga run in, but to be honest, it'd be boring because in the last 3 La Liga games, we've lost 2 and drawn 1, and we've managed to fall apart right at the business end of the season. Yes, hello, welcome into Living Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter here with Villarreal. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content. And if you missed the last one, go and check it out. It was the Copa del Rey final. We're up against Eibar. They're in the division below. I think you know how that one probably went. Yes, thank you for joining us today. The plan was to bring you the game against Sociedad and this first leg against Etienne, but in the game in between the last episode and this one, we drew 1-1 with Getafe, thanks to Ezekiel Dimek getting sent off in the first half after we went up 1-0. And at that stage, we were 6 points behind Real Madrid. And I thought, what's the point? We're not going to get there. And you know what? I'm glad we did in the end, because we lost 2-1 to Sociedad in our most recent game, so we're now 9 points behind. We've only got 4 games to go. We're not going to catch them up. Well done to Real Madrid on winning the league. We've fallen apart, as I mentioned, in these last few games. So today, we're going to have both legs of the semi-final in the Conference League against St Etienne, and give you an update on the game against Bilbao in between as well. And maybe by the time this episode ends, the league will be over as well, and we won't have to show you any more of the games. However, we might still do that, because now, as we've fallen apart toward the end of the season, Barcelona are catching up. They're just 2 points behind, so now it might be a fight between us and Barcelona for second. We were competing with Real Madrid all the way, and now we might end up in third. But as I say, today's game is up against St Etienne, both legs of that, and we'll show you the team for that one. If we go back and have a look at the other game that's going on at the moment, we've got a German side in Stuttgart playing against the English side of Tottenham. So Spain against France, Germany against England, and those 2 winners will play against each other in the final. If we do get to the final, when does the final appear? That would be quite good to know, wouldn't it? As we advance into May at some point. The final's on the 26th of the month, which I'm sure, if I check the schedule, is after the last league games. Indeed it is. So it would be the last episode of the season should we get there, but it is very much should we get there, because as you can see, we're not in a good run of form at all, and we're up against 8th placed side in Liga at the moment in St Etienne. They're kind of struggling a little bit. Not quite as good as they would have hoped to have been, but we're struggling as well. So when I say we're struggling, I don't mean in the league we're in second, but we're struggling with form recently. So let's see if we can perform a little bit better. Let's show you the team for this one. So here it is. Carnacetti in goal, Torres and Cuenta at the back. Dimek comes back into the team after he missed the last one because of his sending off. I know. He's also banned for our next Spanish Cup game next season, whenever it comes around, because he picked up enough yellow cards this season that he's banned for the Cup. He gets yellow cards all the time. No idea. To be fair, it was our first sending off the whole season in that game up against Getafe. So that's something, I suppose. The other side, we're going to have Manu Sanchez because Zinchenko's a bit tired. Foyt, Berg and Pellegrini in midfield. Chukwueze, Esposito and Vitas up front. You can see Esposito 28 goals. Vitas only with a 15. Chukwueze only with a 14. So hopefully they can add to their tallies today. Come on, boys. Let's get in there. Let's go and win this game. A big win in the first leg would be very much appreciated, especially seeing as we are playing at home in this first leg. So let's hope we can. Go and put on a worthy display. They appear motivated by that. We'll go out here and hopefully we'll start off well. Looks like they must be playing in black, because right beside their name there, it's just a little bit of black where their colour would normally be. So they must be playing in black instead of the green and white. They must think green and white's a bit of a colour clash with yellow for some reason. As 20 minutes have gone, there's been one shot in the game, but we have got our first highlight. and they are indeed wearing black. We're in our yellow. Pellegrini with it, finds Vitas, switches the play out to Esposito, and he puts the ball into the middle. It's headed away, but falls to Pellegrini, and he hits it just over the bar. Good chance for us there. Throw in from the left. Esposito, Pellegrini and Sanchez. The ball comes in. Vitas heads it over the bar. A couple of good chances for us in this game, but not putting them away. And now St Etienne have a chance here on the half-hour mark. Aron with it. Into Lavia. And he switches the play over to his right back. Bellanova will try to press it, but we don't. And instead, they're in behind with Scamacca. It's a good save from Carnesecchi. Busaid plays the ball all the way back to Aron, and it's the end of the highlight. Aaron Martin is the guy playing left back for them. Pellegrini with the corner kick into the front post. It's clear away, but Dimek will collect it. Finds Pellegrini. Acres of space. Can he get the ball in the middle? No, but Dimek has a chance here. He crosses it in. Chukwueze at the back post. Into Vitas. It's a goal, and we lead 1-0 here. Wonderful play in the end. A kind of second phase of play from the corner kick. Pellegrini got it. He chose not to cross it, and he played it back to Dimek. Chukwueze peels off at the back post from his man, heads it back across, and Vitas gets in ahead of the goalkeeper. 1-0 we lead after 35 minutes here, and that's better. Coffee in the goal, launches it long for St Etienne, but Foyt wins the header, and Vitas collects it, and he'll drive at the heart of the defence here. Chukwueze now, into Berg. And this goes to Vitas, who's in behind the defence. He tries to chip the keeper. That was very audacious indeed. He didn't quite pull it off, but another corner kick here. Pellegrini into the front post, headed away by Sau, but Esposito will collect this, and Coenza back to Esposito now, and Pellegrini heads it on. Chukwueze tucks it in. That might have been offside, but it doesn't appear to have been. No, it's not even going to VAR. So we lead 2-0. Chukwueze getting himself an assist with the first one, and a goal here. I asked Chukwueze to score some goals for us, and he has done that today. Esposito with a lovely ball over the top to Pellegrini, who heads it down. Chukwueze or Vitas could really have gotten the end of that. Chukwueze was the man who ended up doing it, and we lead 2-0 here. As we go into half-time, a very impressive first-half performance here. If only we could have done that in the last couple of league games, we'd still be in the title race, but it's not to be. We'll start this second half without making any changes, but we have dominated. We've not had much of the ball. No, it was 50-50, but we have had more shots in the game. Only 3 on target, but we have scored 2 of those. It's now we're on the clock now. We need to make some changes. Pellegrini very tired in midfield, so Merlanes and Gallagher can come in for him and for Berg, and we'll leave it like that, just in case we end up with an injury. And the couple of, or let's say the couple of minutes, the half an hour between now and the end of the game. 10 minutes to go. We've brought on Arnautovic on the left-hand side for Esposito. There's a chance here for St Etienne. He looked offside. The assistant referee is, I think, saying he was offside. They're going to check VAR though. He runs away with the ball, so maybe it's not. I thought he was offside. It wasn't. The goal has been awarded. He must have just stuck onside there. This man here has played them all onside. Whoever he is, Arnautovic, he's just come on, and I'm sure he was playing them all onside. It was. Look, you can just see behind here, Arnautovic stood still on the 18-yard line. Everyone else had pushed just to the edge of the D, and that's disappointing to concede a goal like that. And St Etienne have a chance here to go and get an equaliser. They've got a bit of an overlap on this left-hand side of theirs. The ball comes in field and back out to the wing, and Arroyo with it plays it back into Busaid, and the ball switched over, and it's headed in, and Scamacca, and Kamara scores, and in a game we've kind of dominated, we're doing it again. We've thrown it away. It's 2-2. We should be miles ahead of this team here, but instead they've brought it back to 2-2, and that's just not good enough in a game we should have won comfortably. I was so happy after the first 70 minutes here, but 2 late goals conceded, and that's poor, and that's putting us under a lot of pressure going into the second leg in just a week's time. I say it's disappointing. The boys kind of agreed with that. Another game without a victory. Tottenham destroying Stuttgart, so Tottenham are probably going to be in the final. Ourselves and Tottenham were the 2 highest ranked teams in the competition when the competition started, and it looks like if we get to the final, it's going to be them that we play. But if we keep playing like this, we're not going to get there. Very disappointing indeed. We'll have a rotated side for the game against Bilbao in between, so all the players are fresh for the game against St Etienne, the second leg back in France. Give you a quick update on the Bilbao score as we get to the end of the game, and then we'll be back for that second leg against St Etienne. Well, we're getting to the end of this game here, and we're going to draw it 1-1. It looks like they've had 3 shots in the whole game, and they scored 1 of them. And indeed, we had a very rotated squad, to be fair, out there, so that's understandable that we've drawn this game, but it means we've dropped yet more points in La Liga, and we're now level on points with Barcelona. We're ahead of them, I assume on goal difference or head-to-head or something. But yeah, the title officially over. We cannot win La Liga. Real Madrid are now 11 points ahead of us with 3 games to go. Well done to Real Madrid. We, as I say, have fallen off a cliff at the end of this season, and there's a risk we're not even going to finish second. As an extension to our unbeaten home run, apparently we've had 30 games unbeaten at home, so it must just be away from home we're struggling to win. Right, so here we are after a draw against Etienne in the first leg, a disappointing draw against Bilbao in La Liga. We need to get a win here, and hopefully this team can do it as we're up against St Etienne away in France now. Carnesecchi in goal, Torres, Coenza at the back, Dimek and Zinchenko in the wide areas, Foyt, Berg and Pellegrini the midfield 3, and Chukwueze, Esposito and Demir is going to get the game up front instead of Vitas. Demir with 22 goals since he's been here on loan. Hopefully, he can get a few more today. Some important loan signs we've had in Demir and Pellegrini this year. They have played very well for us, as well as Gallagher, who's done well since we've had to bring him in to help for some cover in midfield when Berg was injured. And Velasco has been a bit of a super sub, really, hasn't he? But, yeah, we need goals today. Hopefully the big boys, the big important players, can do that for us. See, we don't really have a proper number 9 as such. Most of the people who play up front for us can also play in either midfield or play in the wide areas. And the only exception to that is Quinton, who's not really quite tall enough for me, I don't think, to play as a proper 9. So everyone kind of feels as if they're more a false 9. Though it's a pressing forward, they're not quite, a target man sort of thing. Maybe Esposito could be that, but he's done so well off the left as he has the ball there. Now found Pellegrini and back to Zinchenko and Foyt. Well, he switched to play. No, he finds Pellegrini, who gets challenged. And now St Etienne, who are in the green today, can maybe come away with the ball. Remember, they got 2 late goals in the first leg to equalise and take it to the second leg all square. Chukwueze gives away the ball in their own box, and we're lucky that they haven't taken advantage of it. They have a chance though here. Abbey hits it. It's a goal. We're down 1-0 inside 5 minutes. That all came from a poor touch from Chukwueze. We lost the ball in their own box, and St Etienne took advantage of it and scored a goal. And it has been awarded. Poor from Chukwueze there. Loses the ball. And we're down 1-0 on the day. We'll need to demand some more for the team as Pellegrini takes a corner. It's into the front post. Torres heads it. Chukwueze. It's cleared off the line. Good effort from us there. And now Aaron has a chance to break away on the counter-attack. Good challenge from Esposito. We're down 1-0. Not ideal at all. This game's been very even indeed when you look at the stats. But we're down 1-0. 3-2 in aggregate. Remember, we need to make sure we win the tie today to get us through. If we get defeated, we're knocked out. If it's a draw, it goes to extra time. Torres with it. Finds Dimek. And can we come up this right-hand side? Chukwueze with it. Back to Dimek. And Berg. And Foyt. And Pellegrini now. And it's all the way over to Coenza. And Pellegrini and Esposito. And it's a ball over to Chukwueze on the right. Will he find the byline? He does. He swings the ball in. Esposito rises and it's tucked in by Demir. And I don't think that's going to be called offside. Indeed, it's not. We are back on level terms. And as I was mentioning, Demir scored a lot of goals for us this year. And he scored another one here today. All front 3 involved. Esposito found Chukwueze. And Chukwueze put the ball back in. Esposito heads it. Spilt from the goalkeeper. And Demir was there to mop up. And it's 1-1 on the day. 3-3 in aggregate. And we're not going out at this rate, but we're also not yet going through. Dimek, ball in toward Esposito. Coffee holds on to the ball this time, and he'll try and launch it long, I imagine. Yes, he does. He kicks it very, very far. And Bose's in behind the defence here. A mistake from Torres, and it's a good save from Carnesecchi. And Torres gets back to clear the ball away, out for a throw. Half time's arrived. It was 1-1 on the night. This is going down to the wire. It looks like we'll continue this second half without making any changes at half time. And Foyt's won the ball, and Chukwueze's found Demir, and he has a chance now. 1-on-1 with the keeper. He goes round him nearly, but Coffee just gets his body in the way. Not made any changes in the second half yet. I don't really know what I'd like to do. There are 20 minutes to go though, and I feel as if we should do something. Chukwueze's played fairly well, but he's very tired. A lot of the front players are. The midfield appears to be okay at this moment in time. So Chukwueze can come off. We'll move Demir out to that right wing, and we'll bring on Vitas up front. and we'll bring off Esposito, and we'll bring on Alan Velasco. We've got the two Man United loanees on the wings for us now. Can we do anything with them? Let's find out. We'll fire them up for the last 15 minutes of the game, and that has been negatively seen. They have not got good morale there. We'll need to do something instead. Maybe give them some encouragement. That might make them happier. There's 3 minutes, 2 minutes to go, and we've got the ball in the corner here. The ball swung in, it's cleared away, but Torres heads it back. Pellegrini, poor pass. We've collected it though. Pellegrini's got it back. Velasco, Zinchenko now. Forward to Velasco, he's in behind. Can he cut it back? Demir scores the second of the game for him. The second of the game for us. The two Man United loanees combining well there. Velasco to Demir. And with just 2 minutes left in this tie, we might just be going to our first European final. Is it our first European final? I can't remember. Certainly with Villarreal, it's going to be... The Conference League final is just a couple of minutes away now. Lovely football from us there. 3 minutes added time are coming and going. And we've won 2-1 in the night. Whoa, last minute goal for us. And we've won 4-3 on aggregate. And we get ourselves into the Conference League final. And we have a chance of doing a double this year. Not involving La Liga, obviously, because Real Madrid have dominated us and we've fallen apart at the end of the year. But we are going to a cup final. We're going to be up against a very, very difficult Tottenham side who just beat Stuttgart 9-3 on aggregate. We've obviously won 4-3 on aggregate against St Etienne. Oh, that's going to be a very interesting episode to end the season. We're through. We've done it. Oh, a chance for a second trophy this season. I did not think in our first full season with Villarreal that it was going to be trophies that we won, but we have won the Copa del Rey. We've got a chance now of winning what I think is possibly the most difficult competition to win in this slightly extended Glory Hunter Challenge, because I'm including the Conference League in it as well. Not just the Champions League and Europa League, but the Conference League, and that's a tough one to win because you're not normally in it if you're a good team. In this instance, we are the two best teams in the competition playing each other in the final. Can we beat Tottenham? It'll be interesting to find out. So what we'll do, though we don't have a title race, we've got 3 games left in La Liga and we're on equal points with Barcelona, so we're going to come back for the last 2 games of the season. Sevilla, who are in 9th, Atletico Madrid, who are in 6th, and we'll see if somehow we can keep ourselves ahead of Barcelona. Their last games, Getafe in 15th, Granada in 19th and Bilbao in 5th. So they've got an easier run in than us, which is a little bit worrying. But can we hold on to second? Let's find out. We'll find out in the next episode. And then the episode after that, it's going to be our Conference League final against Tottenham. Exciting couple episodes. Can we hold on to second in the league? And then can we get ourselves our second trophy as Villarreal manager? Let's find out in the next couple of episodes. If you have enjoyed this one, it was a bit disappointing to start off with, but we managed to scrape through in the end. Please do leave a like on it. It really does help out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss an episode. And until the next one, which is going to be, as I say, those last 2 games of the La Liga season against Sevilla and Atletico Madrid. We'll see you then.